Let's say you make $25 an hour at your job. In 8 hours, you make 200 bucks. Then you go home and you're faced with a simple plumbing issue. You can take the $200 you made working that day and pay the plumber, or you can DIY the task and keep the $200. So what are you going to choose? I'm going to show you just how much money can be saved over a 12-month period by doing basic, simple DIY tasks. Low-cost projects, a handful of tools at most. You're going to do it all on your own. I broke the 12 months worth of projects into the simplest things I could find, and some DIY projects don't save you a lot. For example, I fixed a garden hose and fixed an extension cord. The combined savings there was 55 bucks, but it only took me an hour, so $55 saved for an hour's worth of time, that's really decent money. That's DIY. Another grouping of projects that we had were plumbing related, and I had a leaky faucet and a stuck shower head. Doing those two projects, I saved $400, only took me an hour and a half of time. And anything where you don't have to call a plumber out is money saved. Same thing goes with service calls. I try to avoid service calls at all possible. I had 2 oven issues, figured both of those out, saved $300, only cost me 2.5 hours of time. Typical DIY projects are handyman related, and you're not going to get a handyman out for $125 or $150 at best. So any project you do is going to save that amount of money. We had 2 air leakage issues around doors and windows, and each of those saved us 150 bucks. Each of those were about an hour's worth of time. Defrosted a freezer, I installed childproof locks. All of those things are typical DIY projects that you could hire out or you could do it yourself and save a bunch of money. Our biggest savings came from dyeing grout lines rather than regrouting, having all the grout cut out of the floor and then having the floor regrouted. Just by re-dyeing the grout lines, you saved $900 and it only cost me an hour and a half of my time. Another big savings was removing mold in the basement. Even for a small patch of mold, to have someone come in and do that would cost $1,000 or more. And so by taking the time and scrubbing it yourself, yes, there's some risk, but it's big DIY savings. The 12 months were rounded out with installing sprinkler controller. I saved 275 bucks there. Replaced a missing shingle on a pretty flat roof. Not too dangerous. Saved 150 bucks. I replaced a lawn sprinkler head, saved $150 there, and added window privacy to a couple windows, and that was easily saving 200 bucks. Each of those projects were 2 hours or less, and again, when you start adding it up for the dollars amount saved, it's huge. 17 projects, took me 17 and a half hours. Add all these projects up, $4,100 saved for less than 20 hours worth of work. These are all simple projects. That's why we do DIY. Figure out ways to do stuff and not hire other people. Hope this video helped. Be sure and like and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video.